Gino Pettis Adventures. I'm still Gino. And this is still the first day of the rest of your life. And so I have two things to share with you today. One of them is about the situation with everybody over 65 in the United States, and some more information on the PESO. And this time I have empirical evidence, links that I will put in the description that you can go and read for yourself the opinion of these people on where the PESO is going. Like I said, don't take my word for it, do your homework. So that being said, be sure and go to the description, check the links out. There's some links there to help me out. There's some links there on dating sites, and then you'll have the links also to these articles in a couple of different places that will show you where I got my information. I actually got it from a friend of mine that I have in Armenia now, a guy named Bill, and he does a lot of research about the PESO. Okay, so that being said, let's start with, there's never been a better time to go to Colombia. I believe that. Still scary with Petro. The United States is still scary with who we got, so you can run, but you can't hide. But the difference is, you can live a wonderfully stress-free lifestyle and life on $1,000 a month. And the information I got today about people over the age of 65, 50% of all the women over the age of 65 are at the poverty level, which is about $12,000 a year. $12,000 a year. That is $1,000 a month. That is today 4,400,000 pesos. I rent my 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-story American kitchen, brand new colonial style in a gated community house for $200 a month. Okay? Or 800,000, it's actually 800,000 pesos, which in today's market is, I don't know exactly what that is, but so you got 50% of the women below poverty level in the United States that are over 65, and you have 45% of the men in the same situation. And I mean, I'd just like to ask you, I mean, I've been up here in the States for a couple of weeks now. It's making me crazy. I'm in Bellingham, Washington, and the cheapest that you can rent, or that I've found, an efficiency apartment is like $1,800. If you live in Washington and you're making $12,000 a year, or you're making $1,000 a month, where are you living? Are you in the street? Are you homeless? Are you making $1,000 a month and homeless? So please, please, please go back, check out some of my videos. I'll be coming out with a book soon on how to immigrate to Colombia and how to come down and live to tell about it, because I don't see it getting any better in the near future here in the States. I could be mistaken. But I don't think so. It would be a wonderful thing if it did, but I don't think that's happening this week. So that being said, just imagine that you came down to Colombia. You're going to have to save some money. You're going to have to save a little bit of money. You're going to have to save some airfare. You're going to have to save a little bit of money for legal stuff to get your visa. And so, I mean, you just can't come down here bare boned on $1,000. You're going to have to save some money to be able to get airfare, to be able to get here. Okay. and to be able to get back when you want to get back, if you want to get back. Because some people, I know a guy came down here, hadn't been back in 12 years. 12 years. And he's not going back. So, that being said, imagine this. You're single or not. Let's say you're single. And you rent an apartment for a really nice one, 500,000 pesos. That today is about a little over $100. Let's call it 440,000 pesos for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment. That's $100 for the apartment. Gas, lights, electricity, and water is not going to cost you, and internet is not going to cost you $50. Cell phone is going to cost you another $10 a month, maybe, if you use it. But if you have internet, you can always use WhatsApp, and you don't need a cell phone. So it's all good. So let's say you just spent $150 on your essentials. Let's say you splurged on food and you spent $250 on food. That's $400. So you got your food, you got your place to live. You can get health insurance here. I got health insurance for about $30 a month. So for right at $400, I'm all in. I'm all in with you'd be all in with your rent, your board, your insurance, transport, another $50 to get around. And all of a sudden, instead of coming up short at the end of the month, you're coming up with $500 left over in your account. How'd that feel? Buy a little cold beer? Take a tour off to some little side town? Cost you a whole $50 to do that whole thing? Find some new friends? Live where it never gets cold? You can live where it never gets cold and it never gets hot. So now today to now is a really good time, really good time. Now we're going to switch over to the peso. Since Petro got elected, the peso went from about 3,900 to 4,000 for $1. Today, I believe it's at $4,450. I'm going to leave 2 links in the description on where my buddy got this information, talking about when I started the thing on the peso, people were talking about it going to 5,000 or 6,000 pesos in 60 or 90 days. Well, that's not happening. Everybody calm down. But they're still talking, these articles are talking about the peso going to 4,600 or 4,700 pesos for $1. Okay. That's a really nice rise. That's almost a 20%. That's almost a 20% rise. So the whole point of that comment was not to beat up Petro and not beat up the politics and not beat up anybody. The whole point of that whole comment is to let you know that your bang for the buck just got 20% better. Yeah, 20% better. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I still have second thoughts about never coming back to the United States. I mean, I love the United States. I've been a patriot for 70 freaking years. But it sure doesn't feel like my country anymore. I don't know whose country it is. I don't recognize anything. I mean, we got $80,000 pickup trucks. My pickup truck out of high school was $1,600. It's been a day or two. Houses, the rent, $2,600, $3,000. Met a young guy at the bank the other day. Works at the bank as a loan officer, I guess. And his monthly rent, is $3,200 here in Bellingham. That's just out of that's insane. So there you go. It's a good time. If this is the first time you're here on the channel, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. More of these new videos all the time. If you've been here for a while, thank you. I really appreciate it. And as you all well know, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And if nothing changes, nothing's going to change. I know it's a scary thing to move to a different country. And you can't do it without your homework. And you can't do it without expeditionary visit. But you can do it. Trust me, you can do it. And all you got to do is put it in God's hands, and He'll help you out. So with that being said, keep watching. Keep those cards and letters coming. Gino's signing out. We'll see you on the flip side.